thought you wanted to lie down.
I do.
Are you trying to get away from me?
No, I'm tired, that's all.
I've been trying to remember the last time you lied to me. Or would I even know?
Your mother's fair-haired, isn't she? How do you know my mother? Oh, the same as you do. Just not as well. Look, you need to start making some sense, okay? What are you doing here? Again, the same as you. I'm visiting my sister. You have to leave, okay? You're not supposed to be here. I have as much right as you. Leave. More, in fact. What are you talking about? Are you slow? Listen to me. My sister has a brother. Me. Okay? And since you're not me, you're not her brother. You follow my logic? Did you not ask if your parents had any other children? I bet they kept you in the trunk of their car, didn't they? That must have been rough. They didn't keep me. She didn't. My mother. She left me and then killed my father to be with yours. Now look, I understand your confusion. But now you've been told.
Are you in love with someone else?
No.
Okay. Then anything else you can tell me, you know that.
I want to tell you. I've wanted to tell you for a long time. The more I put it off, the more I dreaded it.
Then let it end now. I'm here, I'm listening, and I love you. You already know who the donor was, don't you?
Yes.
Was it Bobby's daughter? And who?
My son.
Look, I don't know what world you're living in, okay? But my little sister's not here anymore. I wouldn't do that again. You don't know me yet. This is an intensive care unit, man. She's been sick. She almost died, okay? Now, I can get someone in here, or you can leave on your own. Now, come on. You know why she didn't? Can you guess? They don't tell you anything, do they? Huh? Ask your mother. Ask her what? Who saved my sister's life? There was a donor, okay? I don't know if you know all this, but it was done anonymously. Yes, well, that wasn't my idea. No one knows who it was. All right, okay. See this? They had to take the marrow from the pelvis bone. They even had to put me under. Still, it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would.
You have a son? is not my son?
I'm sorry.
Don't. You can be sorry about a traffic ticket, not that. What are you saying? That the same thing happened to you as happened to Bobby?
No, it wasn't like that.
Well, it had to be before we met. Was it Scott's? David Hamilton?
No. It wasn't before we met. Luke. I told you what happened. You know what they did to me. They gave me every single proof that you had been killed.
You had Stavros Cassadines' child?
I was married to him, Luke. For all I knew, it was a legal marriage. In exchange for an hour, 3 or 4 times a week, when I would have to feel his breath on my neck or feel the weight of his body on top of me, I was allowed to take a bath alone. I was allowed to go for a walk by myself, to go as far up into the hills as I wanted to, alone, and I could scream as loud as I wanted to, and no one could hear me. That was everything to me at that time. That was really the best I could hope for. Until I found out about you.
You saw a newspaper?
About your election. I did, Luke. I never lied to you back then. I told you the truth about everything. God, of course I lied. I lied in the things that I didn't say, but I don't know where the newspaper came from. Obviously, someone intended for me to see it. It was probably Helena or... What does it matter? What does it matter? My son was only a few weeks old at the time. And I think that that's probably why I was able to escape. Helena had gotten her grandson. She wanted to be rid of me. She thought I was gone for good. She was more optimistic than I was. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I wasn't thinking at all, except that my husband, my real husband, was still alive. Luke, the day of your inauguration was the sweetest moment of my life. You were so proud and so handsome, and everyone who loved you was around you, including me. Even though you didn't know it. Luke, you didn't know this at the time, but I didn't even intend to stay. I didn't even allow myself to think that far.
Because you knew Stavros would come after you, and he did.
I would have gone back even if he hadn't come looking for me.
Why? Because of the boy.
Because I knew what I had done. I lived with a man that you despised. I married him by my own choice, and I had his baby. And how could you ever look at me with anything but disgust? How could I ever ask you to forgive that much?
Why wasn't I given the chance?
I wanted to tell you, Luke. I've wanted to tell you every single day of our life together. But it was a risk that I couldn't take.
Why? What did you stand to lose, Laura? Except maybe my trust.
Your life.